I know, Marnie. It's all very scary.
Come here, Marnie. Let Josh jiggle you on his lap, as I know you like.
Just
Yeah.
no. Go ahead. All right. So hopefully we're good from this point forward. So, with Darian gone, Krathel gone, cover from snipers, the Eternal Dragon, who's been cycling around, putting in work in the outskirts, deep in the valley from where they came, and now trying to push back as much of the undead pouring from the crevice created by the Great Worm. The multiple. Also, who knows about, if we want to take any shots in the dark about what the two parties looking for the tomb or the vault.
My thoughts are,
One is pro button, one is anti button.
You think that's what's going on there?
Maybe.
I don't know. I think one is.
This is
I don't
obvious
know
number.
anything about the adventuring crew, but my man, Quarth, he's there for us, clearly.
Yeah.
He would
The
never,
gods who definitely didn't abandon him.
Yeah.
where he would never betray us.
He would never.
Yeah, a man
kiss.
who views humans as God would never suffer the full repercussions in his head of what a reset button would be like.
Orcs are very loyal creatures and would never betray or do evil.
Yeah.
He's a half-orc.
Oh, fuck!
It's human blood.
Yeah.
Josh, abort!
The worst part of a half-orc is the human side.
It is.
Man's the real monster, as we all know. So you sniper fire covering you. The Eternal Dragon is doing his cycles on the outside. Kyrin is doing what he can with the Sylvan and the Dryads and the forest, breaking up the enemy movement against you as best they can. But you still have to book it towards the forest. You don't know how far the anti-teleportation zone the Praetorian was setting up is, but you are much farther away from where he was than you are now. But, as we discussed outside of camera, you don't have Raimi.
Nope.
Also, you'll be leaving Kyrin behind. But, you know, he's a very powerful magical being. If he can want to teleport, maybe he can.
Yeah, but he's probably stubborn like everyone else
Why
is.
did you take me with you?
I don't have teleport!
So, just to clarify, the last place Mac was left off was in the arms of Korvac, right? You were carrying me.
Yes. Darian dropped him,
That's
and
right.
you picked him up.
That's right.
Okay. So we are currently running out of this forest.
No, you were running out of
Deeper.
a ravine
Yeah.
to a forest. They don't want forests erupting around you guys because that would cause disruption in your movement. They're doing it to other people. You guys are still in that clearing.
You hear, like, Mac muffled just in your arms. Do we have everybody to leave?
I need everybody to roll constitution checks as you guys have been sprinting for a while. Mac! You're good. You haven't been doing anything.
I am labored.
You're doing light activity right now, which is good.
But I am labored because of the wish spell curse.
Yeah, but you're doing light activity, which is good because of the wish spell
Can
curse.
this count towards the long rest?
I'm trying to help you out here. Would you stop putting a fucking label on it?
So that was a 27.
Okay. I was expecting everyone else in the group to be doing theirs, and I'm like, that's me.
Here, hold on.
Josh, if you wouldn't mind rolling like 11 constitution checks.
Alex has to
some-
give you like quadruple disadvantage with your constitution.
Somebody got 17.
I also have a 17 over here. So, okay, good. 3, but it was Graf, so we lucked out. Tamlin has proficiency in saving throws, so he's good as well. That was pretty good, because they both rolled low. Less than, I guess, 6 and a 5. So we're lucky there. Alright, I'm just going down the lists. Tybalt, also Constitution proficiency, so he's good. Rainy, oh no, not Rainy, not Mac. That would be Basco. Basco is also good. He's got a high Constitution. He was a high Constitution druid.
I love always thinking about Vasco being kind of lanky. High constitution.
He's buff.
I wouldn't say buff, but stocky. Don't call him that. I'm sure he'd love that. The first man's not here. Ravengar and Thoreau. Okay. No, Thoreau is still flying. So we do not need to be doing his. But Ravengar is a barbarian. One of those bodyguards is doing okay. Naslin needed that for sure. He rolled I thought that was a 13. It was an 18. Thank God, because once again he's an old man. And then the other bodyguard got a 12, and she's a giant. So nobody's stressed from the run. It wasn't a very high DC, so everybody's pretty solid. You just keep taking it easy. I know this, and I love you. I have never done anything wrong, ever.
I like Moby Dick because it's just a simple story about a man killing a whale. None of this metaphor shit.
So,
I like that.
I have everybody's health still here. Oh, that hill giant's dead.
No!
Fuck!
Now, for those of you that don't remember, one of their spines was ripped out, and the other one's head was punched off.
Yeah.
So these hill giants are pretty fucking irritable.
I miss Hill Giant number 1.
Alright, so instead of wishing back anybody else, we're wishing back
Basco.
Alright, that was the Praetorian, that was the Aasimar, that was the other Aasimar. That's Savor, we need him. Oh, that's Clayton. You guys never did any damage to Clayton.
Nope.
Turn around.
Turn around. Let me action surge all over his
Just takes a
face.
spear out, just aims it, just chucks it into the forest. No, release your Velociraptor.
Alright, you got a job. Your final job.
Imagine Clayton's just smoking a cigarette. Fucking Velociraptor jumps out of the forest.
Well, that fight's over. Hey, what the fuck's that? The Praetorian's just watching. Oh, I can't do anything about that.
I don't even know who that guy was.
Clayton? What's your name? I've been calling you Bigsby the entire time. So,
Diggersby.
what are we doing, gentlemen? We're sprinting towards the forest. Once you get into the thick of it, you know the forest arms will welcome you and fight the approach as much. But the problem is, they will get through eventually. You know there's magic in the woods. You know there's a lot of fuckery. But you know that's going to take a lot out of Chiron to apply that to everyone. And you know that's not going to last forever.
So, I'm thinking, we keep running until we make it to the forest. Then we try to get Rainy. Is there a defining area, I guess our camp? We could, like, ask her to try to get to?
Yeah, the camp that you guys slept in the night before was the fallback point.
Gotcha.
I guess we should send to Rainy now. Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah, guy who's not running.
Did I burn sand already?
No?
I feel like I did it to tell...
To tell what?
I don't know. I vaguely remember using it to tell somebody we were moving in.
I told my people that today is the day. And we'll be ready in like an hour or so.
Yeah, you told them. I'm trying to think because there was a sort of.
I was to send to anybody.
I think it might have been around the 4 a.m. mark that you fucking sent a message to somebody. But day rise would have happened after that, so you have it again because it's a once per day.
Okay.
Oh shit, then I have mine too.
Did you have one from the night before?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
I will send to Rainy. Hey Rainy, it's Mac. Fall back to the camp. We are teleporting out. Anything else I need to convey? Anything else I need to convey?
I mean, he's running in a dead sprint, getting away from fucking monsters and ghouls and goblins.
I guess that's good. I'll leave it there. For lack of anything else to convey.
Glad to hear you ain't gonna leave me behind, sugar. Heading back now. I'm gonna cover you until you get into the forest, though. And you hear... You occasionally see an undead near you drop. Or an orc drop. As you guys are running, it's not just you in a clearing. There's like a scouting party from another group. You know, surviving element of another army that wasn't completely, you know, perished. That was on your right flank. That you guys were supposed to have already ditched from at this point. But now that you're still here,
Yeah.
you know, they're having times to kind of reconvene around you. But you guys are in full retreat.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're in full retreat. We're sprinting. We're
Okay,
sprinting out of
just
here.
because Basco's gonna turn into a giant eagle and start flying.
Yeah.
Thoreau is flying as well. And I'm gonna say Tamlin's gonna bring up concentration back again on. He never dropped concentration, but he did drop the fucking dragons. He's gonna bring them back again so that he can fly and do a little damage and protect you guys as you go. Tybalt is gonna burn a fucking polymorph. Nesmith is gonna burn a polymorph. Rakdell just gets a giant eagle to show up, and Graf sprouts his wings. So Rainy's heading back. Fuck. Alright, so Nesmith will pick up Ravengar. Tybalt will pick up one of the bodyguards. Yeah, what did I say? Nesmith had... Who did I say Nesmith had? Nesmith had Ravengar. Rakdell would grab... no. Rakdell would grab Ravengar. Nesmith will grab one of the bodyguards because he needs an entire person by himself. Tybalt will grab another bodyguard. And Basket will grab Naslin because that's too heavy to carry for one person. So the only people who haven't changed in polymorph for anybody who hasn't paired off is you two.
Perfect.
I'm gonna suggest.
But you are
A werewolf.
with super speed right now, essentially. You're going, what, 90 feet a second? 90 feet in action?
Yeah.
What's your movement speed's 45, right?
Yeah, move speed's 45. Let me actually double check that. Hold on.
Because it might be 50 at this point.
It's 45,
Uh,
and then you sprint. So yeah.
90.
Yeah.
So, very
You're
limited.
basically going faster than them, but you're doing it at ground level.
Very
Because everybody
limited.
else is doing...
Very limited options for us. I can use my lyre to cast fly on you, or invisibility on us.
At this point, do you want to risk that? You're, like I said, already leading the pack. So
Yeah.
you're putting a hat on a hat, Thomas.
Well, also, yeah, if we're invisible, how are they gonna follow us? I'm sure they know where to find the camp, but
They could all see invisibility.
Wait, who needs to follow you?
I'm just saying we're leaving the pack. You don't
No,
want
you're
to
not.
make...
Everyone is just splat off and is now flying, except for you. You're not... You are it. You're on the ground. You're that last that's left. Everyone else is headed home.
Alright, then I'm going to use a couple of casts from my Staff of the Magi to be just throwing wall of fire up in the background, just to stop, anybody who's like following is slowed down by it.
Now, like I said, Tamlin is doing that sort of for you. Everyone that can do magic is still doing magic to halt. So, I'm going to say you're going to focus on doing light activity for the sake of you saying that that's what you want to do. Because you can only do one or the other. And I think we're getting on the phase of you saying you want to do something to make it seem like you're doing something. But at the same time, a lot is happening. Even though it's just not you two doing it, every one of these people is doing something, essentially, to halt progression. Well, except for the bodyguards because they're flying. But, you know, Thoreau's throwing gravity warping magic. Fucking Tamlin's fucking hitting them with level 9 fire magic. Like, things are alright. Rainey's providing sniper fire, and the Eternal Dragon is doing runs.
Probably better to keep myself
In light activity, like you keep saying you want to be. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
I just wish I knew what the one that.
You've already burned Wish!
I just wish I had that spell on hand in one of my instruments that helps with fucking terrain.
What are you talking about?
The one that makes it so you can clamber over terrain better.
Oh, freedom of movement or whatever?
Yeah. But sadly, I don't.
Circle of Power does that too, doesn't it?
I think so.
It did something. But I digress. The Eternal Dragon kind of sees that you guys are in distress and stops doing rounds around the outside and kind of pulls in and make a perception check. Korvac, Mac, you're already looking that way. As it kind of turns around and does a bank run in and sort of takes out the army behind you.
It's gonna be 22.
He opens his mouth, which is massive, and so much rolling fire comes out that, like, some of it is blue and some of it is green and some of it is white ice, and you realize he is casting essentially all dragon breaths that a dragon has at once anytime he does a dragon breath, and just swoops in and, like, the entire army that was approaching, some of them are frozen over and turned into icicles like you've seen with Basco's magic. Some of them are burnt to a crisp. Some of them dissolve with acid. Some of them are electrified to death. Some melt away.
This guy gets it.
Yes. He's still putting in the work. But he's also still taking the brunt of pretty much every magic user that's there. Because who doesn't want to fucking kill that? Eh, Korvac Dragonsbane?
Yeah.
You're coming up to the forest wall now. Mac. You're very far away from it now, because you've been running for a while. But the Praetorian is starting to crest the hill that Darien made.
Wait, holy shit, he got through all that already?
He's the Praetorian.
They were They were the guys before the, They were legends.
The ones before the gods in, like, Greek lore. Is that what you're going for?
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm, like, surprised he blasted through that party that we summoned so quickly.
Party?
Yeah, the one from the horn.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Remember, there was an entire army banking down on you guys. Praetorian's a toughie. I mean, you saw how fast he dealt with French.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he had hundreds of soldiers. You should be happy that they were held off for as long as they were. This hasn't been like just 2 or 3 rounds. You guys have been running steadily for a few minutes. Keep that in mind. It's not like 20 feet behind you. It's, you know, maybe about half a mile at this point behind you. Anything we want to update ourselves on?
Well, just noted that it's been some turns. And I have...
I'm fine.
I'm at max health, dude. But
So what is max with necrotic?
necrotic damage.
Yes. What is the new max?
230. You chopped off 100 almost.
Yeah, man. Like, so Naslin's AC is like super high. So I was like, he's probably not gonna get hit until the big bitches, the Aasimar, show up. And then he might take some wallops. So, first fucking round against Naslin, 2 crits happened against him.
Oh.
And I was just like, none of these were supposed to hit him in this face. He was supposed to be a god, and he just took 2 crits to the fucking face. And then when the fucking women showed up, one of them also fucking just hit him with every fucking round.
Yeah.
Which, like, I expected 1 or 2, but, like, she, like, 19, 18, 17, and I was like, Jesus Christ. And that's all necrotic, so he's just like, this old man is so fucking worn out right now.
He just...
Yeah.
It's just too painful. I can't do this anymore, Alex.
You're just
You're
gonna
killing
commit
all my
suicide?
friends.
No.
What are you doing?
Killing myself. I'm actually just updating the stat real quick, and then I'd like to check how close are we to the campsite? Like, how much further do we have to go?
You have about a minute's left worth of running before you head into the forest. And then once you get there, you don't have to be dead sprinting anymore. You kind of have to take more focus on not falling. But you know it's going to be easy for you and essentially difficult terrain for them. So dead sprinting is not really necessary as much anymore. You got about probably another 20-minute journey before you get back to that base, and everyone is essentially reconvened.
It's gonna be a toughie.
I don't know. I think we just run.
Just keep running.
Just keep running.
You make your way into the woods. You hit the forest. You're holding him. So I'm going to need another Constitution saving throw from me.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have eaten those pork pies, Josh.
Yeah, you're gonna regret it if I took that 3.
Thank God you have foresight, huh?
26.
Yeah. Doing okay. But now, you need to get me back to the camp. So, someone's going to need to either roll me. If it's you, survival. And if it's you, nature.
I'll make the sacrifice.
He has foresight. How many inspirations do you have left? 1?
2.
Unnatural 20.
You make your way in good heading to what you believe to be your base camp. At this point, most of your party has kind of scattered. You see, Tamlin's ice and fire dragon circling above you. You hear Graf, beating his wings. You occasionally see someone else zoom by you. Everyone's okay, but it's sort of like, hey, we have a limited gap ahead of us. Let's all fucking just get there as fast as we can. Help each other if we need to. But when you break into the forest, like, trees start parting for you. Bushes start kind of moving out of the way. You notice a rock occasionally even moving. Just ever so slightly, so that you don't slip and Zach, your grip is more secure. Everything in this woods is helping you get to your goal. And it takes you a while, but eventually you kind of start hearing the army hit the wall. And you hear axes going. You hear people falling who are tripping, and it's doing the opposite for them. The forest is alive, and it's doing what it can for you. And you know this is Kyrin's. This is the Fey Eternal's land, not the Praetorian, so his magic is no good here. They can't overpower what is his world. So they gotta go through it the old-fashioned way. So you're earning a lot of time by beating them there. I'm going to need another check to get back to the camp at this point. This time it's going to be needing from you. Because it's a survival challenge, baby! Nature, I'm assuming?
Oh, yeah. 26.
It was night, it was different, it was the wrong perspective. But you've been watching and listening and reading to the plans and following all the maps that Kyrin made for you guys. You know where you're going. In fact, as you start going, you can kind of just briefly catch the brief smell of your guys' breakfast that you had a few hours ago, still lingering in the air, and you know you're headed in the right direction. But you're not hearing the gnarls of the woods anymore. You're not hearing conflict behind you anymore. It's as if they stopped shortly. Preceded by that was a from a booming voice that you can only assume was the Praetorian to ring out. It like hits like a sonic wave, ringing out to all of his soldiers as if he's ordering everyone to no longer proceed into Chiron's forest. You make your way in to the clearing that was your guys' home, briefly, for a night. Everyone has beaten you there, because as much as you were faster, they were flying. And in a forest, even if it's on your side, what can you do? You know, they're like, oh, it's right there. I'm going to fly as the me flies to there. And you guys are like, this way, this way.
This is either really good or really bad.
Chiron is showing up, and he doesn't look exasperated, but his hair's a little bit unkempt. You can tell he's still got way more in the tank than any of you, but has been spending a lot of energy. Okay, so for some reason, he's not pushing forward anymore, which makes me scared. I am not strong enough to hold back him and army, so I'm pretty sure he's got something else planned. And you all need to... I don't know. At this point, Naslin fucking shoves everyone aside and just immediately goes to Savor, still in his battle suit. Naslin, not Savor. And I have this giant battle suit. Mayhaps this helps? No. Naslin just grabs Savor by the shoulders. Oh, you just had to be right, didn't you? It's like, I thought you don't fucking lie to me about her. And for the love of fuck, do you think we didn't bring you along because we didn't like you were good enough? Or you shouldn't get your revenge? What if you fucking died? Your mom would have no one. She needs you there right now, you fucking prick. And then he just kind of storms off. Where the fuck is my daughter? He's just, Savor also beaten up, just spits out blood. She'll be here. We just have to give her a couple more minutes. She was further away than all of us. She's fast. She's a ranger, but give her time. Basco's like, I can travel through some of these plants. Who else has anything? Tamlin's like, I have one teleport left in me.
One teleport.
And everybody kind of looks at you. Graf puts a hand, big old Graf bugbear hand on your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure you can handle that?
Certain. Blood just squirts out of my mouth.
Everybody kind of looks, and it's just like, well, with Tamlin looks like with Basco and me, we should be fine. I specifically left my 7th open in case of this, so we shouldn't need it unless it's necessary.
Yeah.
And Chiron just sort of like, ooh. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Are they burning the forest down by any chance?
No. My forest is particularly stopped from fire. But he's doing something else. It's weird. Let me show you. And he sort of like puts his hands out, and vines and leaves grow in front of you into this sort of wall. And it's sort of like a projection, but from nowhere it just sort of shows up on the screen. And he stands, the Praetorian, sort of a giant clearing between him and the forest, looking towards the forest. I know you all can see me. Give me the heroes who've been a thorn in my side. And the forest remains. I'll bring my worm, and I'll go around it. If you make me go in there for them. This forest, and your green, Chiron, will burn. Chiron immediately goes, Okie dokie. Not very good. Nobody likes the green. Oh, wow, that was weird. No one likes the green burning. But many forests burn. And forests grow from them. So no worries. I've handled burns before.
Mm-hmm. And what about you?
Me?
Yeah.
As long as the Evertree has roots, I'll be okay. Nothing wrong there. I get my power from it.
You're coming with us, right?
I think I have to stay. Hold them off for as long as I can. And then you guys, Peter Patter, and go off and I follow suit. Yes? The scream kind of, you get your, he kind of looks, what is that? And you just see the Praetorian holding a key.
Oh.
Oh no. It's the nuke.
Nuke? What is nuke?
We don't even know.
It's
It's a lot of fire as far as we can tell.
Fire?
It's worse
Oh,
than
I've heard-
fire. It's like a sickness.
Ooh. Trees get sick. I don't like that.
I get the feeling, and this bomb goes off, nothing can grow where it went off.
It's a key.
It's a key that's been true polymorphed.
And he kind of looks back at you. And he sort of waves his hand. And, like, it's sort of... It's a key at the tip, and then it's just sort of like a dust sort of crumbles off of it and slides away as it's sort of key top of a nuclear warhead, and it sort of just expands in his hand until he's just holding this. I will not ask a third time. The repercussions of not immediately surrendering are far greater than this forest burning down. He kind of looks, and he kind of stares as if he can kind of see that you're looking at him through this. And let's see if he notices. Basco's like, I think he's looking at me.
What? Why specifically you?
I don't know.
Reach out and I touch Korvac. What do we do? Do you...
He starts spinning a finger around.
Can't.
Seeming and magic energy starts swirling around his finger as he spins it.
Korvac, wish it won't work. Wish it's a dud. Do it now.
Do you know what a dud is?
Wish it was broken.
What?
The nuke.
Do you have an understanding of what a nuke is?
No. But
We have to try.
here's my thought. He has to let go of it before it goes off. So maybe I wish it's in my hands before then, but he's probably got it triggered by then. So...
Wish the nuke away. Wish it into space.
While you guys are having this deliberation, I need you guys both to make perception checks for me.
It's got
21.
24.
Things are starting to swirl into existence around him. Small, tiny, swirling vortexes, portals, things you've seen before, things you were stopping, things that were attached to places of power. These ones, tough to really take, but you know for a fact, a lot of these vortexes were attached to the roots of the Evertree. These portals start gathering in the hundreds around him. And you see that there are these tiny strands, almost like from an astral projection, but different. It's like a siphon, a tiny siphon. And you're only seeing it now that it's near him, that he's been sucking just a tiny little bit of this energy for himself from the Evertree. But once all of them are around him, he starts spinning his finger the other way. And now it's no longer draining energy. from, it's pulling into. And he pushes the vortexes to the nuke in his hand. And the vortexes are surrounding that. Not him anymore. So no longer are they giving him, they're pulling. Which means
That they're attached to the nuke, and they.
so if the nuke goes off, the vortex will suck in the fire from the nuke and inject it directly into the roots of the Evertree.
Push it gone. Push it anywhere.
And he kind of shoves it forward, and the nuke now starts hovering with these vortexes around it, getting closer to the edge of the forest.
Here's the problem, Thomas.
Rainey walks in.
We can't wish that the tethers are unleashed because we won't. I can't beat him magically. We'd have to wish that the tethers were detached before we can move it.
We have to try. We have to do something. I should never have brought this.
Rainey walks in, fucking rifle fucking still over her shoulder. Alright, we're here. What are we getting out of here or what? Are we teleporting? What the fuck's the big guy doing?
I wish that the trees were immune to this.
So you think you're stronger than Kyra?
Not the trees, but the
So you think
Evertree.
you're stronger than the Evertree?
To give a buff to something, you have to be stronger than it?
We have to think about it and what can we do?
You have about a couple seconds before this nuke's going off, so...
Well, we need to leave. First and foremost.
Yes.
So... Start.
Just yell, start leaving. Start leaving! Now! Crunch's castle.
Okay. Alright, Tamlin takes... Nesmith. How many people can he get? 9 total?
Including himself.
Yeah, so... Let me just do a quick math. Tamlin, Graf, Rakdell, Nesmith. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's gonna take... Who's the most fucked up? Naslin and... Savor, which I now have to add to this list, which is why my numbers have been off the entire time. Savor says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so he'll also take fucking. Oh wait, first man's not here, so let me get that list off there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so he'll also take Rainey. So he's going to take Nesmith, Rakdell, Graf, himself, obviously, for Rainey, Naslin, and Savor. And that's going to leave you, or fucking Basco, 2 bodyguards, Thoreau, Raven, Basco, Mac, Korvac, and Tybalt. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah.
Alright. So he kind of looks, he's like, we're just leaving. We're not trying to fuck with this.
The problem is I don't know how to word it. I don't know how to save anything with this. I don't know how that thing works. I can't beat his magic. I can't protect the trees. I can't... How do I word this? Maybe if we wish for less, it'll work.
You're looking at the screen, and the nuke is about to touch the forest walls, and you know his magic is going to stop working there, so it's most likely going to go off there. You have a few more seconds, and you have to get whatever you need to say out.
I wish the nuke was in space.
Alright. I wish the nuke was in the sun. Space is probably safer because it's dragging the portals.
Yeah.
But that's also probably dangerous. I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna blow the wish.
I wish the nuke would return to its point of origin. Place of origin.
Why? Why are you putting a hat on a hat, Thomas? You had the solution solved, but because somebody else did it, you need to fucking create the solution? Let someone else solve it.
So, I wish, with the wish in my ring, I wish the nuke was in space.
The one on your ring. You see a brief moment. I need both of you to roll Arcana checks. Who's with you? Tybalt was with you. He'll roll Arcana as well.
Fantastic. Double threes.
8.
It goes, and you say what you say, and the spell like, and you feel a vibration disappear. Mm-hmm. You feel a tension and a fire dissipate.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the noob, and then stop. And Tybalt's just like, no. Oh God. You showed him how it worked. He wished that his party wasn't going to be under the effect of the wish spell. Because what is one of the things you can do? Wish to be neutral from the effect of one spell?
But it's an object.
On a magic that he's holding onto and currently has in his possession via magic.
I hate the wish spell.
You taught it to him. He wouldn't have had it in his inventory had you not wished Malin away. But I rolled for it and the Praetorian learned it. So now the Praetorian knows wish. As well as having unlimited magic. Isn't that neat?
Can I wish that wish was no more?
Well, not with that wish you can't, because that wish is gone. But you've learned something valuable with it. And as soon as these words have left your lips, and a shockwave almost directionally shoots out into the forest, and then you guys feel like over your heads as the trees in front of it were wiped out. But the vortex is kind of taken one side to make sure his army doesn't get absorbed by any of it, and are just draining and siphoning in this nuclear power, this shockwave, this energy, this force, and it's just absorbing it. And you've seen the stress of what these vortexes can go through, and now you realize that it works both ways. And all of the trees around you start burning from the inside out. And the roots around you start burning. And as the entire place is now smoldering around you, the heat is intensifying. Because all of the roots in these trees are connected to that of the Evertree. Chiron sort of looks to you. Okay, that's not good. I'm burning too. And you can see that he's starting to burn, just like the trees from the inside out. I'm sort of attached to the Evertree here, and it's me, and I am it, and we're sort of oh no. And he just as sort of fire juts out of his eyes and burns out from him. And you see his skin is more almost wood like this than it is skin and fur. And he's burning and withering. He crumbles in front of you. And in front of you remains a sort of a knot of wood. Very smoldering. But it appears to be the last little bits of Chiron that is left.
I'm picking that up.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 30.
It is incredibly hot to touch. You take 3 fire damage. And you know you cannot be holding on to this, because this is going to perpetually do this.
Put it in my chest, because it will light on fire, and I doubt we can put it in the bag of holding.
Why not?
It is a bag. Well, it is a dimensional space. How many burning items are in the bag of holding?
Good thing you asked.
Or we could just...
Well, the painting of Creathel.
What if I wrap it up in a cloth? Would the cloth catch? or like anything that
Um,
can insulate it?
You wrap it in some leather
Yeah.
that you have, and it cushions it. It's not like an incineration. It just feels like something you've pulled out of the oven.
Okay.
You know, you get the feeling that this is okay.
Okay.
From, you fucked around with this sort of shit before, like, ashes of Eternals. You've dealt with heavy stuff before. This is magical. Clearly, it's where the fire's coming from, but not so much that it's going to melt or self-ignite paintings. Just
Okay.
not something you want to hold on to.
Got it.
I just want to say good job. I think I have PTSD now.
We're not over yet. As the ashes burn, that suck is the fucking tyrant now. As the ashes burn, there's one more problem. Kraethel's time marked the time of a lot of people very well burning to death as well, or dying as
Yep.
well.
Yep. She did.
If the person attached to the Evertree is burning, if the roots attached to the Evertree is causing this forest to burn, Basco fears the worst for the Evertree. And as he goes to cast Travel via Plants, he finds he is unable to do so, as his druidic magic is gone.
Not even hindered, just gone.
The Evertree's burned.
Wasn't there at least one that was unknown?
Roll insight or history.
Like Crinch's Castle would have been fine. The one in Crinch's Castle.
The one that hasn't taken root yet, because it was recently transplaced.
Yeah. That's it. Okay. That was a unnatural 20. But yeah, that's what
No. There's still one more.
that we don't even know where it is.
No? You know exactly where it is.
Prize.
A secret told long ago
Oh, yes.
that no one was supposed to know, but was bequeathed to Mac.
Okay.
There was a portal there, but it was placed sloppily and was easily able to disenchant it. You guys checked and found no other vortex. This root was also detached from the rest of the Evertree. You also knew that when you were down there,
Mm-hmm.
because it has a sort of bridge between it and sort of the rest of the world, i.e. the heart of that wizard druid combo guy. If what you think is true, with the 20 briefly pumps in your mind, we might have Brian's left. But from this point forward, Basco is no longer a level 20 druid. He's just a dude.
Alright. How much of your health are you sacrificing?
I'm going to cast teleportation at 7th level to go to Crench's Castle.
Was that the meeting point?
Mm-hmm.
Was it?
That's what I yelled. Crench's Castle.
No, I thought there was a meeting point for everybody before this. When did you yell Crinch's Castle?
When we got in here, I yelled, we need to leave Crench's Castle.
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry. I thought there was a plan. There was a rally point that everyone was going to go from here.
I imagine that would have been Noramir.
Yes.
Yeah. So Noramir?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought everybody was going to Noramir.
Yeah.
Because the other people would have teleported to Noramir. Because remember, not everybody you're with is 100% cool to be in fucking his castle.
Yep.
Crinch's Castle. Also, but where is Crinch's Castle?
Nobody should know. It's also
I'm
out.
asking Thomas, and he's looking at his phone.
We don't know. It's outside the known borders. And
So,
only we
what
think-
would be the benefit of not linking up with the rest of your army?
Normir. I will teleport us to Normir.
Sure. Just have to fucking think how we're gonna loop one more thing back into this. You travel to Noramir. I just realized Lieutenant Dijon's fucking soldiers.
I was thinking of that the whole time. Surely they have a mage with them, right?
Yeah. I've been thinking about it, and I was just like, they probably would have fallen back when they saw the fucking massive amounts of fucking undead. And they have horses, so they're falling back from the positions that they were, on. They were going to cover your retreat. Nomos. But they are making their return currently. You all, I need you to roll, 7d10?
Yes.
7d10 for me.
So it starts off with 16. 23. 33 necrotic damage.
Not bad.
Nah.
Could probably do another one of those.
Kill him.
Do you want me to roll for the teleport?
Yes, please.
40.
Yeah, it's over 25 for a place that you know pretty well. So you guys are good. You teleport back, and you all are sort of just in the middle of the town square. The rest of the party that teleported before you is sort of still just like on their hands and knees, like trying to catch their breath, getting what healings they sort of done in, because they're just a couple seconds ahead of you. And then the mayor walks out. I heard the reports. Therawil is burning. All of it. The druids are getting other people out of the city, but a lot of people have been lost already. And it looks like there's some people coming here too.
From Therawil?
No. I think there's more pockets of undead than we realized. And it looks like there was some hidden in the mountains, and they're coming this way.
God damn it. Now. Right now.
Yes.
Alright, Korvax's going to whatever wall that needs to be.
You all kind of gather yourselves and sort of walk to the easternly wall and just see countless just flows of them coming from the mountain pass. Not the one where the mine is, but the one that sort of you guys take kind of got up to where the dragons, the Durgans were, if it were. And the numbers appear to be in the hundreds.
Well, this isn't good.
No. I mean,
They look like they'll be here in a minute.
yeah.
1 minute.
One thing. How?
Tybalt's like, I got a little bit left in the tank, but those look tough.
Yeah. Is Dijon back by now or not? No.
No. He's
No.
probably
he's
got
ways away.
a day. Yeah. The plan was originally that you guys were going to retreat and he was going to cover you, and then you guys were all going to retreat together.
Right.
But when that other army showed up and you guys were like, hey, we're going to bring down a ravine and go and cycle around this way, and didn't retreat towards them. Not a flaw on your guys's, but, adapting to plans. They sort of essentially fired a volley and then were like, we got to get back because we're not going to do a dent to here and we're not going to fucking kill ourselves. People in Normie are going to need us more than this.
All right. What about everything else that was coming up this way? Like, what military are we working with here?
Oh, they're basically a lot more is going on now. Like too much is going right now for you to realize the full strength of it. Because, like I said, they're going to be here in a minute. But there's a lot more soldiers on these walls than were left, originally entailed. But, if we want to talk about it, we got, Therwill's Royal Guard is still here, with the exception of Kraethel. They see Kraethel's mixing. They're a little bummed about that, We got that going on. There are soldiers, but remember, you guys were biding time on purpose. Like, there wasn't supposed to be anything right now, and that was the point.
Yep. Next thing. Take my blood crystals, because I've been holding this form for a while. How are we holding up?
Oh, being in Werewolf?
Yeah.
You're still, living off the fucking beauty of the powerful full moon, so you're solid.
Good.
The blood crystal is sort of like, that wasn't just me, it's you as well. We're good for now.
Okay.
What do we do?
Well,
What
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to close these walls.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
They all start closing the gates. Security, armed guards are starting to come out. Most of the people with guns aren't here, so Rainey gets up on the wall. The wizards are starting to get up there. Where are you guys going?
well, they're zombies. They don't have siege equipment, right? There's no way
They just have waves, and they can just climb on top of each other.
Okay.
We don't need siege equipment.
So, do we wait on the walls?
Give me perception checks, both of you.
21.
20.
It's just like old times.
Yeah.
Above you is a storm cloud,
Yeah.
kind of reminiscent. The days gotten sort of darker and drearier as the storm cloud, which was sort of, as you got here, just looming off in the distance, slowly rolling in.
Yeah.
And now it's setting above you. It feels like it's, dusk, but we're not there yet. Almost as if something's making the clouds that way. But you guys got about 30 seconds, and hundreds of undead are pouring to the gate.
If I revert.
Where are you
Werewolf.
on? Are you on the roof?
Up.
Are you on the outside of the wall? What are we doing?
I would imagine nobody should be on the outside of the wall. Let's make use of the wall as best we can.
So you want to be Spear Boy? Is that why you're asking this
Yeah,
question?
I want to know if I revert, if it's even possible to go back. Because normally it's a once a day thing for me.
No, you can go back because you... Once again,
Hmm.
you're hopped up on
Got it.
lunar juice, and also it's a new day.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I'm thinking reverting back.
So you're just standing on the wall and... everybody's just like, Jesus fucking Christ. No one knows who the fuck you are, but it's just like... Who the fuck are these people? And then you just hear it. Like the claps of thunder above you. And then... Like meteors. Iron meteors. Landing. Pocketing. Just destroying the entire front line of this undead army rushing in. And everybody just says, what the f-? Everyone's point is that you? Is that you? Was that any of yours?
I have no idea what's going on.
No, not at all. Can I roll for Arcana? Can wizards do cloud shit too?
Okay, go ahead and roll Arcana if you want on that.
I mean, I was like a cloud. I'm like, well, the druids are done.
Yeah, the druids are done.
So 13. Is there a wizard thing?
Rain iron balls? No, that is not a wizard spell.
Can I just try insight?
Go ahead.
Unnatural 20.
Someone's up there
Yeah.
doing something.
In an airship, probably.
And then you hear again. And you look up, and this time you see. And it's not quite in sync, because it's farther away, because it's pretty high up, so the sound's a little different. And then you just see these fucking rains. Cannonballs! Flying from the sky.
I think the sky, though, is the cloud. Who's doing that? Unless it just happened to be very much per chance.
You keep watching, and then Naslin's giant fucking ship that you saw in the harbor that was as long as like 3 warships is flying in the sky, emanating its own cloud as it goes.
Oh.
Like Trench's castle.
Yes. And it's shooting cannonballs off from the side. And when you guys finally see that, you see... And then right at the last second, kind of like what you guys have with like a sort of dirigible balloon effect to kind of halt it, there's a sort of like... And then it like immediately crashes and lands. And then it's just on the outside of your gate. This is Guywin Gregory, Nathaniel Valen's second hand. Oh, you're alright again, monsieur. You were able to land it at exactly the last second. You were right. And he was just like, and he gets out and reaches into his bag of holding and looks to one of his pirate guys. He's like, "I prop me up. I can't hold myself." And then just starts with a chain gun around him. And Guywin Gregory has 2 Mauser-style pistols and just starts shooting. And then they all sort of look up to you as now the rest of the pirates that were with him that landed, but they deployed their fucking landing gear a little earlier, start landing and start shooting as well. And they kind of all look to you as like, "Well, you have magic, don't you? Help us out here!" And Tibble's like, "Well, yeah, all right." And it starts casting fireballs. And this is actually handled almost immediately. As sort of the cannibals took care of most of it. They were expecting to sort of wipe out this town while you guys were being wiped out in the other army. But that was not exactly the case. The clap of rounds from the repeaters that Guywin Gregory's and Nathaniel Valen's soldiers have are nothing to the concept as this, and you can kind of see his feet are kind of starting to slowly raise up, and that's why he's got just this really big burly guy whose entire job is to just stand and hold him from like
Why
getting
doesn't he
launched
fire
up.
the gun?
Because it's his gun! If you designed a Gatling gun, would you let somebody else shoot it? If you had enough money, would you pay for a guy to just hold you so you could shoot it? And it's sort of just this line of like, as they're trying to rush and get, and they're just all falling. And then mix that with the base level spells that you have left here. Piece of cake. You don't even need to cast anything.
I was gonna shoot shit, but that's fine.
I mean, you probably would have gotten 1 or 2 good off with your longbow mode. But at this point, it's just sort of like, you ain't gonna compete with that Gatling.
No. Just shoot one of the fucking pirates. I had to.
Switch up the music just a little bit to get us off of this.
You doing alright, Josh?
I am. Just so much shit.
Yeah.
I know Kyren is your favorite.
You guys turn around and see that Basco sort of has not moved since teleporting and just sort of just looks at his hands. And sort of just takes his crown off and drops it.
He would. He fucking would. Well, it's like, so like the dust has settled at this point.
Dust is settling. Nathaniel Valen sort of putting his thing back.
Alright.
Guywin Gregory's like, "Would you like to open the door so that Monsieur can come inside? He is the savior of Normir, after all. Well, the newest savior of Normir."
Probably the better one.
The mayor's like, "Fine, open. There's no zombies left anymore, right?
No, yeah.
Open the door, open the door, open the door."
They start looting.
Oh, there's nothing here. You don't know who these people are, but like there are amalgamations, sort of like what you've seen before, especially in Vincent's universes. These are not just normal zombies or raised dead. These are undead beings, as if from, like, the Shadowfell, or super infused with necrotic magic. These weren't simply a wizard raising dead. This is more. This is death magic shit. This is power of Necron, you know, Abaddon himself, like the power of the Shadowfell itself, the power of the Champion of Death itself, something like that. This is intense magic. Because these were the sort of undead that were destroying Vincent's universe. You know, those big guys. Right when Gregory kind of goes in and starts putting his pistols in and putting his overcoat over and tucking them in. And, and that is why you always maintain corporate secrecy. They did not know we had such a flying vessel like your Crinch. And now that Crinch is dead, they thought, took a piece off the board. We've been taking care of his duties ever since he's landed. In that department. We've been hovering over the town. We figured something bad was going to happen, and you all needed a few more guys.
Thank you. It's much appreciated.
Nathaniel would like me to submit to you that the armies of Nathaniel Valin are the armies of the cause for all of Greater Pangaea. Right, Mr. Valin? Ah! God, what a lad.
Well,
Is there any news of the front?
I think Korvac's gonna pick up Vasco's crown at this point.
Or kind of hobble over to Vasco as well.
We have to get there. We gotta stop it. We have to do something, right?
Vasco, there's nothing to stop. It's already happened.
Maybe if I was there, maybe if we just say, I mean, I can't do anything now, and you're gonna die if you take us there, but
We would all die if we went there, I think.
what can we do? Chiron's gone. As long as the Fae doesn't have power here. And that's what the Evertree was.
We haven't lost hope. There's still other sprouts.
If the roots were burned at the roots, they would be burning too. That's why he wanted portals. It wasn't to just drain it. It was so that he could burn it without having to be there.
Scry on Therowen.
Yeah, actually. Sky on Therowen.
You're very familiar with it.
Yeah.
The castle is fine. It stands outside of a waterfall surrounded by water on all sides.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the city is imbibed with fire as the roots run throughout the city.
Mm-hmm.
Evacuation plans had already been drawn up, as he had told both the druids and the sitting Elven Council. Plans had been made. Had they not, countless more lives had been lost. This was envisioned to be an attack, not a burning from the inside out. So not as much time was given. However, the roots run deep here and thick, and there's the final place for them to get to. Something was seemingly wrong. They had gotten reports that the other sprouts were burning. They started evacuating as the roots started getting embers themselves. Many lives have been lost. In the thousands, maybe. But of the tens of thousands of people that call this place their home, including the new, refugees of the already burned down grove, the people here nomadic in their search to do with the Evertree, a lot of them are still alive as they're evacuating the city. The Evertree, a lot of people of important or people that they could were evacuated into the castle because everybody knew that kind of the water kind of around is sort of protecting it. So whoever couldn't get out of the city was sort of brought there, but everybody else is out of the city. Imagine you relay that information to the party.
I do. Yeah, Asco, it's bad. There are survivors, though. Your castle seems to be safe. Many of the people in the district, they fared a little better since they were on the outskirts.
I hope Zin and Manfinal are okay.
I would imagine, since they would be in the castle, they'd be. I can check for sure if you want.
They could have been on the streets when it happened. They like to go out. We'll send to them later to be sure.
Alright. There's a couple other things I want to check then. Or one.
With the druids led the way the last time this happened, and now they're gone. We have to do something to bring them back.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna check on. I'm gonna scry on Brian to make sure everything's okay.
Brian's.
He's just watching football on the television. Donkey Konga.
Yep.
Duty. You cut to the bar, and you actually see that everything here seems to be fine. One of the Teds is in fact behind the bar, and he's sort of like, "Man, what we have here is a lovely martini of my own making. I hope you enjoy it." And he slides it to her, and Brian's just like, "I am so proud of you, Ted. You've come such a long way. You've been an excellent bartender."
Oh my god, he
But-
can talk.
Everything here looks good. What? The Teds have always been able to talk.
Well, it's so well, though. So well.
You guys haven't really visited him much. They got to talk to adventurers all the time, man.
How much beatings did Brian have to do on that?
But as of right now, no fire. No anything. It seems to be its own thing.
So
Roll insight or history. Either of you.
Insight.
27 for history.
T2.
What were you going to say before I cut you off there?
I was gonna say, I was just gonna let him know that Brian's is alright. So there's still a chance. We just need to.
The tiniest sapling of the other tree was there, but it rooted with another tree, so it might not be connected. Maybe the world might not see it.
And then there's, of course, the one in Crinch's castle. That isn't rooted at all.
And it's farther away.
Yeah.
A lot farther away.
Yeah.
An item has been given to you. You got a what again? 24? And you got a 22?
27 on history.
27?
I think I know what this is from.
The gem.
The what?
The green gem. It was given to us by Stahl.
Well, it was originally given to you by the Evertree.
Yeah.
Right.
He re-gifted it.
Able to bring you back, plus some.
Yeah.
Energy, life energy, and a seed.
We have that item that Staff gave us.
Basco. This?
That should do it.
No!
I'm a druid again!
Just me!
He turns into an Akira monster. God damn it! I hate when they become Akira monsters.
Not again.
Okay.
So, just to be clear,
Hmm.
there are two things now that we have to go to and have to do. But as soon as we do, we show how important it is to the enemy and immediately welcome them to just fuck us.
Yeah.
If we bring that back, they knew that that was there. They put the vortex there, so they think they probably already burned it.
Mm-hmm.
If we destroy that, if we bring this back from there, they're going to know it's that, right? They saw it happen in. I mean, they know what happens in the Underdome. They snuck up on us.
Mm-hmm. So,
We would just be borrowing time.
They would know immediately. And then where would we go from there? What's next? Do we just sit here and hold the line?
I think holding the line has been a hard ass more than anything.
Everyone else is sort of going out to the city, kind of like getting rid of undead, moving things around. People who need to rest are rest. Naslin is reaming out Savor and Rainey together. They're both kind of heading their head in shame. Like, yeah, shit went bad pretty quickly. And, you know, didn't help that we had two other sub-plans going on of our own.
mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good. I thought I was gonna get reamed out by Savor
Why?
because I ruined the plan.
Oh no, old man's there. He's taking care of that for you.
I had a D&D conversation with myself the other day when I was sitting in the
Schizophrenia,
car.
yes.
I know. I was like, if Savor has that argument with Mac, I'm just gonna fucking look at Savor and be like, Savor, I'm so disappointed in you. As a callback.
So what if we have left? There are people at the button. They're going to show up there. And people are eventually going to find out that Brian's still alive.
Yeah. So, should we do it this moment? Or should we wait, is what you're saying?
No, what do we do? Where do we go?
Where do we go?
What's next? Do we sit here and just bide our time? Do we wait? Do we lick our wounds and like wait the 2 days for everybody to come here and fight from here and then do these things?
What if... That sounds bad, but the army gets here. We go to the original point of the Praetorian and bait him in a smaller fight.
Do you think he's gonna fall for that? He knew you guys weren't gonna give up. He knew Chiron wasn't gonna give up. I know he keeps pitching that, but he wanted to burn that force down. Now there's one less thing stopping him from getting here. You feel a kind of twitch on your hip, and you pull that magic map that was given to you from the Eternals, and that part of the map where was Faye's area, the green, fizzles off of the map.
No, I kind of just sort of show it to Basco and Korvac.
It's one more Eternal.
Oh god, I kind of put my hand on my face and just take my glasses off. I'm just so stressed out at the moment, guys. I can't think.
Maybe
So we-
there's something in... How much time do we have before this army makes it here, you think?
It took you 2 days of travel on horseback to get there.
So, 2 days of unrelenting walking from undead?
Would be not enough. So a couple days.
Okay.
But there's also a lot of other elements that be. And they clearly have pockets of soldiers in more places than they think.
Where did the undead come from?
Vecna?
That's my thought.
But I mean, we were told he wasn't going to be that powerful yet, right? How could he raise such an army? And they're big.
Yeah.
Roll history.
$16.
24.
What else were these vortexes attached to?
Yeah.
You got the 24, you got the 16. What else were these vortexes attached to? Now, for a 16, I'll tell you that. That's good enough. And then for a 24, I will say this. So, yeah, that you got that brewing in the back of your head with the 16. With the 24, I will say this. It wasn't just the Evertree. There was machinations, there was fire, there was, multiple different aspects. You get where I'm going with this?
Old undead, like necrotic energy.
Well, what did he say the plan was originally when he said he was wearing down the borders between realities? It was sort of revealed to you earlier that he would make both the Shadowfell
and
the Hell.
connected even better.
Yeah. So it looks like maybe that happened already.
Gates
At least
of hell have opened.
the gates of the Shadowfell have been. And he's controlling undead coming in from the Shadowfell.
That's why the first man is here.
Isn't here even?
Well,
Oh,
I mean, also maybe, yeah. Let me get more into Mac. I'm sorry, I keep slipping out of it.
Well, we're going to have one more little talk revelation, and we'll go on to break.
Can you scry on the first man for me?
I've never thought about doing that because he's an eternal, but yeah.
He's
maybe.
also a human.
Yep. We're gonna.
Give me 1 second to look up something.
Oh, it says here he's immune.
He consents.
Well, if I wanted to do that, I could just do that. Spell has no effect.
Oh no.
Does Scry have? Would Korvac know if Scry has something to do with being in the same plane?
Go ahead and roll Arcana.
13th.
Absolutely has to do with being in a certain plane. We've had this conversation before. The DC was 10.
Okay, so he's not here anymore, man.
Or he's dead.
Or he's dead.
Alright, let me scry on the body of the first man.
That's not how this works. You can't scry on objects. In the rules of D&D, dead bodies become objects.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Find the path.
Locate object.
Locate object.
If only our druid wasn't ruined. Ruined.
She's dead. Stop using the Queen's English.
Alright.
She's a necrotic undead shabbily towards Normir now.
Yes, she is.
Okay. Is it just the three of us, or is there like everybody around us?
Everyone is kind of nursing their wounds, having a conversation, talking about the loss of Darien. Like, a lot is happening all around you. If you want to gather the troops, you can. But you're in your own small sub-conversation just
Perfect.
as everyone else is.
That's what I wanted. I like signal both Basco and Mac to like closer.
There's a brief, awkward moment where there's a hole left for a fourth person as you huddle up
Yeah.
before you no longer have to make room for that space and form a small triangle.
Yeah. We have a few days. We can still check on Chakern's castle or tower. Maybe there's something that we can work
We have
against.
so little time and you want to go back to a place.
When were we ever going to go back then?
Our entire
Isn't it-
fucking lives. We have a button we don't know about, and we can potentially get druids back.
Isn't it weird that we discovered Chakern's tower and the fucking conch, an item that was brought to us.
Oh, how
almost
funny
by
would it have been,
fate.
by the way, if you guys had never met Chakern. You
Yeah.
guys would have just had this weird guy come out like, who the fuck are these guys? I was having a moment because I was like, the conch is coming back into play.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to blow it. And it's like, who the fuck are these guys? And then you might have started looking into it. But at the end, I was like, if it was going to blow it, it's going to be an important thing. So, it's been fun.
The conch came to us. Isn't it weird that Chakern and his group came out of the conch?
Not weird.
They were
Makes
probably
sense.
the Paragons before the Paragons, and these was kind of definitely out of their loop. They were the last us, weren't they? I feel like I don't want to be, well, not me anymore, but you know what I mean.
It feels weird. Is there something you think might be in Chakern's tower? The
We
Black
are-
Knight's axe.
No, you still don't know where that is. We're grasping at straws. We have no time. He needs time to fucking, a day? 24 hours still?
2 days. And that is me doing nothing but light activity.
So even if we do, I have no magic. He can't cast spells.
Mm.
By the time we are ready to go, where are we going? We can get someone to teleport us to Brian's.
I could go to Brian's.
What I'm saying is this. I can't teleport us to Chakern's tower. He can't teleport us to Chakern's tower.
Mm.
Someone else would have to take all of us, and we're expressly forbidden from doing that.
Exactly.
So unless you want to go by yourself,
I can't.
oh yeah, that's right, because it's not touching the
It's
ground
not
anymore.
touching the ground.
Yeah, I was trying to find a way to fucking make that not true, and I already had. Oops. So here we are. Like, if we wait 2 days and only have a day before they get here,
Mm-hmm. That's not enough time.
we're gonna just look around and grasp for straws, not get the druids back, not look at the button. What are we gonna do about that button? Are we going to it? Like, they're going to find it.
Yeah.
You have idiots on top of it right now, not hiding themselves. Are they even? What are they even doing now? Because last we looked, they got there last night.
Why aren't they
Scry
dealing
on-
with it now?
I'm scrying on them now, actually. Would they have been able to see that fight from there? They probably could have, right?
No,
No?
they were still in Noromir. They were still in Pangaea,
Oh.
essentially.
Okay.
I mean, I think you guys have kind of been misscrewing where I've been saying that the button's at. So let me just verify that we're on the same terms. Okay. So where do you think the button is at on this?
So the mouth.
This is Normir right here. And this was the green that just sort of disappeared.
Oh, okay.
Like this.
Gotcha.
So
I figured.
they're over here.
Mm.
They're on this mountain range that goes around Pangaea. They're just. This is the exit from Normir. They're just somewhere over here.
Got it.
They're not like over here anywhere.
I for some reason thought everything was on the outside was shifted south more.
Understandable. But no, when you guys split off, when you guys were heading up here to head this way, they headed this way. And you've scried on them somewhere being around here. So they're not far from where you are right now. They're just, you know.
Got it.
Which one are you scrying on?
Daff?
Yeah.
Daff again?
Mabim Dam.
Hey! I don't know if that works or not.
Is it a tie?
No, you got it. I'm just trying to do like this guy's wisdom score, trying to pull his wisdom score up, and also trying to pull your spell DC for it up, because you don't know it yet.
I don't.
They're in the first chamber. They appear to be solving some sort of puzzle, but they are definitely... Oh, excuse me. They are definitely inside. But you can see natural light, and you can't really make out what the puzzle is, what's going on. You kind of see this sort of like stone interior with natural light pouring in from the door behind you. Sort of magical torches are kind of going up. But they appear to be doing something, trying to find a way into the next room. But they are progressing inwards into this place as we speak.
Okay.
Because they slept outside, the morning started, time to progress inwards.
Okay. And I'm gonna also just scry on. Yeah.
He's still in the bush.
You're just laughing.
Still in the bush. Still, you're absolutely right. Still very much in the bush. Still staring at that doorway.
What do you think we should do, Marty?
That's weird.
Fucking vigilant. Not going in after them. You just saw the perspective. They're not even watching the door. Like, he could sneak in and probably kill one or two of them before they even got into fucking trouble. But yet, he still watches the door. Waiting. Ever vigilant.
Okay.
What's he doing?
What is he doing?
Where's Malin? Can you scry on Malin? It's a long shot.
Scry on Malin. Let's find out what's going on with him. Plucking. Do they love me? Do they love me not? Did it work? Oh my god.
He's standing in a place you've never been. He's standing... It's tough to make out what exactly is going on. The wind is heavy. The ground seems unnatural. It seems like, is he standing on obsidian, like lava rock or something? And then as your eyes sort of... Well, give me a perception check. Let's see that way.
Start jiggling.
No! I rolled a... Hey, can you fix my one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're still next to him.
I rolled a 1 and a 2. I'm like, Jesus. I was foretold that I would roll not over the 6.
Oh, fucking Christ. Here, it's
So
something.
13.
8, it makes what?
8 makes 15.
This isn't lava rock, this isn't obsidian, this is a giant scorch mark. And it sort of cuts across this sort of rock that he's standing on. And then your eyes kind of, you're able to sort of detach yourself and look around and see that the earth is fucked up here. Ground is jutted upwards in some places and dented down in some places, as if something actively terraformed or manipulated this earth with no regard to it at all. You see some structures, rubble of like corners of buildings, as you know, this height is now lower than this, so who knows where the foundation was originally. It looks like it was supposed to be a plains at one point, but now rock is exposed, earth's, stones jutting in the air. But he's found a small patch of soft earth, and standing on it are some sticks in the ground in front of him, 3 of them. And he kind of just sits there in front of them, staring down at them, because he's much larger than he was originally, silently looking at what you'd believe to be the graves of his family.
I did this.
He eventually sees the orb that is your eye looking at him, and he looks towards you. Hello there. Which side are you on? On them checking on me to see where I went? Or are you with him, seeing if I betrayed him? just here. Exactly where he sent me. You cast Wish. This is where he was teleported.
Cool.
You're tormenting a man.
I've done a lot of bad today.
Is that you wished and told him that his family didn't want this to be true? Now he's in front of his grave, confronting that.
Mm-hmm.
It's good that bad people are tormented for the things that they've been done.
I did also bring a nuclear bomb into the enemy's arsenal, so
Yeah, but I mean, collectively, you all did that.
it's your fault. It's all your
No,
fault.
no. Take your blame too.
No, I am absolved.
Korvac should have rescued you sooner. Absolutely.
Korvac's just like,
You didn't risk for Korvac to rescue you. You specifically wished for Trench to.
I feel good now. I'm going to continue doing things and not think about
I've learned no lesson.
I like Moby Dick. It's just a simple tale about a man killing a whale. None of that metaphor crap.
He doesn't even kill it. Doesn't it kill him at the end?
I think they both die, don't
Yeah.
they?
Fucking, it's like the old man in the sea.
Ooh, what are they advertising to us?
no.
So, does that help answer any of your questions? Malin's being tormented. The bad party is getting closer to the button. That doesn't seem to be upsetting Quarth at all.
Quark's actually dead.
Not now. I just
No, if he was dead, he wouldn't be able to scry on him, would he?
Fuck, that's right.
And he's very much alive. He's just like a fucking sniper, just like, I'm not moving from this spot.
Well, here's how I see it. I can take the seed and just whatever it is you need to do, and then come back tomorrow.
We have wizards here. Like, people can all take us. We don't have to stop thinking that we have to do this. We can get people to get us here. Tibble those as favors still. Like, you know, there are people that can cast teleportation circle to get us to Brian's. We can go together. We cannot split up now.
All right.
Because you could get there, and then how would you get back?
Would
we go to get you?
How long would it take for the refugees to get to Brian's, or anybody, the druids, anything to defend, help protect Brian's? Who
Would
should
be under the
sent?
protection of Grovestand. So that would be the nearest.
You'd have the Lore College. You have Grovestand. Remember, there's also Adventurers Ted and Brian there. And then the power of an Evertree. Because it's no longer just a very big tree. It'll be essentially a new Evertree.
And Brian is there.
I said
And-
Brian. I said Brian!
And all of the druids would have presumably all of their magic back. You have to relearn it.
Gotta start over again. Level 1, baby!
I think
How pissed do you think Preston would have been if he were here and I took all of his powers away from him? It's not fair! It's not fair!
No, he'd be into the drama.
this obviously doesn't destroy the sound of music.
So what do we do now, gentlemen? What is our next move?
I think the druids having their power back is a good move for us. I also think Malin is a man teetering on the edge, and we might want to push him in the right direction.
It'd be him who he sent, right? To take care of us if we go to Malin? And by the way, I still don't think we should have sent him away. I think we should have killed him.
I mean, that was something that, neither of us were aware was happening. So we both went against the plan.
Mm-hmm. I can't do anything about it now, can I? So you got me right where you want me, Mac, don't you?
Get up some hostility here.
I'm trying. It's what he would be like.
I understand that, things are tough at the moment. And I don't have all of the answers. And I put my hand on Basco's soldier. Grayathel's dead. Shoulder.
Let me put my hand on your shoulder.
Trust the process. I have faith in what I'm doing.
Then what are we doing? Are we just gonna sit here, heal up, and wait and fight him here and just die?
Let's get the druid their powers back. That is the best move I can think of.
And then the button?
And the button.
Yeah. Those are the chess pieces we have in place, boys.
And on that, let's take our break. I really gotta fucking piss. I'm not hitting that be right back, and then hitting that moot.
Shit, we're at like 9 p.m. already.
I know.